Henry Holt, I love Buicks. I love your Buick. I love convertibles. You have pretty much got the best of all worlds here.
I agree.
How did this come about? How did you end up owning this car?
Well, I bought it about a year ago, just like it is. Got tired of working on them.
And this is something that just caught your fancy, or had you been wanting a 50 Buick convertible for many, many years?
It just caught my fancy. I've never had a Buick before. Always Chevy.
A car like this it falls into almost a classic, true classic, but this has some hot rod touches with the paint and the interior and all. What kind of reaction do you get from did you have Buick purists going, oh, they didn't make them that color, or do you have hot rodders going, well, why don't you put a small block Chev in it? What happens there?
Every now and then a purist will say something, but normally nobody else. If they say, no, that's portholes aren't supposed to be like that, then I say, well, that's aftermarket, but I love the hot rod part of it too. So,
a car like this has always been popular to a certain segment, but 20, 30 years ago, this particular body style wasn't sought after heavily by the hot rodders to customize. And then as years progressed, people began to appreciate what a gorgeous design this was. Where were you in the camp way back then?
Chevrolet.
All right.
Now, about the only thing I used off Buick was like 52, 53 side chrome on Mercury's. Other than that, that's about it.
My 54 Olds had 57 Buick hubcaps on it. If you couldn't afford chrome wheels, that was the next step.
Or you have a hot rod and you put Buick taillights in it.
Exactly, perfect. What's the? We were talking to a gentleman earlier who's 77. He has a 32 Ford that he has owned since 1948. Where do you think this car is going to be when you're 77, and what do you think the future for cars like these are that old guys like us are driving around? Where are they going to end up?
There's always a future for it. Even the young kids seem to like it. A lot of them do anyway. I'm not going to switch it over to lowrider or anything. So
you're not going to make a tuner car out of this?
No.
Big spoiler on the back?
No. Yeah. Not hardly.
Well, Henry, this is a beautiful car. You can be very proud of it, and thanks for being on the show today.
Well, thanks.